What's up, everyone? Welcome to Zerg Cheese 2 Rank 1, and it is finally time to start wrapping up this series. One of your favorite series, and mine, to be honest, with all the crazy Zerg cheeses, is coming to an end. Now, today is not going to be the last episode. It's probably going to be 2 or 3 more episodes, and I'm going to be using these to do our all-time favorite Zerg cheeses. A couple that come to mind is Ultralist Rush, the Corruptor cheese, obviously some Hydralist. Let's see what else we have in store. Our first game of the day is going to be a ZVZ. Now, what better way to start this episode than going for a... Well, actually, guys, I was going to say link drop into Mutas because that's, you know, I feel like we haven't done it too much recently, but it was one of our most popular builds. I also kind of want to do the proxy hatch spine rush against the Zerg, but I'm just a little afraid because, you know, in these last couple episodes, I do always want to make sure we end up at the highest MMR possible so we can, you know, we have the number, we can see the record we put, and this opponent is... You know, 700 MMR below us roughly, so I don't think I want to risk my MMR on that. Like, I'm pretty sure if I would get 12 foot or something, we would just die instantly, and that would be a little anticlimactic for this. So I think I am going to go for the link drop. You know, I think there must be a way that I can do this build so that I can adapt it a little bit on the fly. And what I was thinking of is perhaps if we see that our opponent neither has a wall or a third base, that we could just skip the link drop and go for mutas right away or something. Because I think we had... I'm not sure if we had 2 losses. I feel like it happened twice. Maybe we clutched one of the games, but I feel like it happened twice where I was going for the link drop and our opponent just ling all in us instead, but without spending a lot of money making a lair and 2 freaking dropper lords and stuff like that, right? So their ling attack just hits way harder, and we're in a situation where we can't win. I do remember we had one really crazy base trade game on Equilibrium. Not quite sure if the map names say, you know, tell you guys a lot, but it was, you know, the very big gray map where he spawned top left, top right, if that recalls any memories for you guys. We had a very crazy base trade there, which might have started with something like that. I'm not quite sure how it started, but it could have been something like that. Now let's see what our Zerg opponent's up to. As always, Zerg's mostly cheese and ZVZ, so I'm not even sure if there's a point in making too many plans, you know. I guess we'll see. I hope he has a hatchery at least. I'd be a little... Like, I do want to do a link drop. Okay, that's slightly late hatchery. I'm not even sure, actually. It's kind of hard to tell the timing. It could just be that's a smaller map. I'm used to my overlords arriving when the hatchery is finished because most of these maps are pretty big. It could very well be that it's just a slightly smaller map. It doesn't look crazy anyway. I mean, it could be that that fake hatch first ling all-in build. You know what? I'm just going to send these 2 Zerglings across the map instantly. And then maybe, if I see that it's a link flood, I could, yeah, respond reactively instead of, you know, doing a necessarily safe build now. I mean, at this point, I'm already going to be starting mass Zerglings. I'm not going to have Banelings, though. So if we were to go up against, you know, an absolutely massive amount of Zerglings, then... Yeah, I'm not sure how we can hold that. Especially if there's Banelings with it too. Like, I'm not quite sure. Wait. Oh, okay. Our opponent's playing it pretty safer. That is nice to see. I'm going to have enough Zerglings to deal with. Wait, he made a spine and 8 Zerglings. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, interesting. I imagine that one of those would have been enough to be fair, but I guess it is what it is. Now, the fact that he has a... Yeah, it's not really a wall. Oh, he's going to lose all of those Zerglings now. The only problem is that I'm not going to have a full drop anymore. I mean, that looks like a good trade. I'm going to go just barely out of range of the Overlord, so he doesn't see it. I mean, this is not a build against Zerg, right? So he might not expect this necessarily. Even though he did see the 2 Overlords and he see that I have a massive amount of Zerglings. I mean, I think with the Queens here and the Spine, we are probably going to be able to do some damage. I would be surprised if he's going to, you know, have units in position or anything to deal with this. I mean, it's very possible, right? Still, maybe he wants to make some Banelings or something. I don't know. I just hope that we can get away with it because it would be really funny. Here we go. Now he's going to see these pop into the main base. Probably going to be a little surprised here. Let's see if he has anything to do with this at all. No, now he's going to make a spine crawler. He does have a bunch of queens. I don't necessarily want to fight the queens. I think I'm just going to snipe a bunch of drones. and then forget about this attack. Here we go. I got a couple drones, and then I'm just going to get out, and then I can use these to snipe even... No, okay, he's going to wall it off completely. I feel like that is quite the investment. He's not going to kill the overlords that have the zerglings in them, so that is quite lucky for me, to be honest. Pretty sure he could have gotten that. So, all right, we're in a bit of a weird situation. He doesn't have a lair yet. I'm kind of surprised he almost killed both of these, by the way. Like, that is a surprising amount of queen damage output. So, all right, my opponent knows I have a lair. He doesn't have a lair. He is not upgrading from the evos. I mean, he could just be going for like a big roach attack, but I think he would be upgrading from the evos then. I'm going to make an overseer here. I'm also going to just scout the map in case of a hidden expansion. I feel like that would be a pretty smart thing to do. Saturate all these gases, get a couple more overlords. Let's see if I can see some roaches. There is just a bunch of links there. I kind of feel like he's playing, you know, Mutalisk as well, but then the lair is just really late for that. Like, is the link drop just gonna put us massively ahead once again? I mean, I wouldn't complain, but it would be kind of surprising as well. I mean, I feel like this game I did way less damage than I normally would. Oh, he's gonna let us in. Then I'm gonna run into the main base. Well, he does have another spine, but at least I'm gonna be distracting and annoying. Now, I'm still tempted to just make a bunch of corruptors, to be honest. Let's see, should I go for the corruptors, guys? I need my corruptor fix sometimes, okay? Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Here we freaking go. I'm gonna make a bunch of corruptors. I think I want 7. I think I want at least 7 corruptors. And the reason why I'm going for corruptors is because the queens with the amount of transfuses he has will be good enough to defend like 6 mutas that I would be able to build, right? But I think the corruptors will be able to just spray down the hatcheries. The problem is that the corruptors don't shoot ground units. So if he attacks me with those freaking 7 roaches that I saw there, I think even those 7 roaches could probably... Oh, no, he's coming! Guys, this is bad news bears for us. Okay, I'm just gonna go kill the hatcheries. Okay, this is gonna be very interesting, to say the least. I can't believe I went for it, though. I kind of love myself for going for it anyway, because normally I think I'd be too afraid to try something this ridiculous in a, you know, situation where there's a lot of MMR on the line. I think with the amount of links that I have, we are gonna be fine. Here, I got like 1 muta finishing. I think I should go for the... Well, actually, I guess I'll just kill this one because it's in the path. Wait, what the hell? Oh, did you guys see that delay? Why was that so delayed? That looked really weird. Okay, so my links are doing pretty decently. I mean, that hatchery is obviously gonna fall quite fast. He's not gonna have the spores ready for... you know, well, maybe he will. He's not gonna have the spores ready to say the third, but here... Yeah, he still doesn't have a spore there. My couple mutas are doing really good on the cleanup. Let's see, he's gonna make a spore now. I wonder if we're gonna be able to kill the lair. Like, the cooldown is pretty big on the freaking corruptor spray. The caustic spray, I should say. We still don't have a third base, which is probably pretty surprising to him. There we go. We killed another. He is starting to build a spore in the natural. I did see that one. I think I can maybe able to make a third base now as well. Let's see. I mean, I've been doing a good job sniping overlords as well. Like, even that is a little bit of damage. And okay, here we go. Okay, and oh, I was just about to attack the free... Wait, how did those even get in there? I was just about to spray the lair, and then I saw the couple queens. I'm very tempted to do it anyway, to be honest. What I know at this point is just not the greatest idea. I kind of wonder where all of those roaches came from, though. Like, those roaches did way too much damage. Really not happy with that. Now, I guess I'm just going to have to get it done with my mutas now. He is probably rebuilding that base already. And I think it's pretty safe to say that it might have been a little... Oh, wait. Oh, he just has burrow. Oh, dude. I thought it was like, wait, I don't see burrow movement on these, so I wasn't paying attention to those anymore. Guess I can probably bring this one down with the limited amount of corruptors that I have. I'm gonna make an overseer as well. I'm not even sure if he has burrow. Maybe I was just making like really big mistakes when it comes to my army movement, or maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention, to be honest. So here we go. I have a lot of mutas. I do need to rebuild drones. I really hope this one corruptor... I think the one corruptor is gonna take down that base, actually. It's really freaking close, guys. This one corruptor, please do your thing. Oh no, it's gonna finish just in time, which means that now the queens will be able to heal it, and that is gonna be a little painful. But I do have a lot of Mutalisk out still. I'm gonna be able to resaturate those gases. I do think he has a significant amount of roaches still. Let's see, how many mutas is this? I have 13 mutas. I have to say, guys, I was even though the Corruptor strategy, I know it's a little ridiculous, but I was also a little unlucky there with my opponent deciding go for a big committed all-in attack there. Yo, he used every single transfuse on the Spore, so now he's not going to have any left for the Queens. That is really massive for us. I guess, how can I deal with this situation here? Maybe I'll just go over here and start... Oh, he doesn't have... He moved every single Spore. That's pretty... Oh, no, he has one more, but it's just not in position. Okay, that's kind of funny, actually. Okay, let's see. Does he have a Spore here? He does not have a Spore Crawler here either, guys. We might still have a, you know, winnable situation on our hands here. I have a decent amount of Mutas at home. I mean, this amount of Mutas is not gonna kill the roaches before I lose the drones. But maybe before I lose the main base drones. I think that could be reasonable. Gonna take care of a couple Overlords on the way. Probably can kill this hatchery, I think, if I just find the right angle. I mean, my hatcheries are gonna stay alive. At least my main and my, what's it called? My main and my natural, right? Don't really care about the third base that much. Can still take down this hatchery. Just gonna be out of range of that Spore Crawler. There we go. He is gonna kill every single... No, what the hell are you guys doing? He is gonna kill every single drone that I have. But I am gonna kill his lair as well, I think, which could be pretty massive, right? I'm gonna go take down this lair. He is gonna lose every single roach here. Wait, he might not even... Oh no, I was just about... I could have probably used those Zerglings, to be honest, to do something on the other side of the map. That's a little bit of an oversight by me. Let's make sure I kill these last remaining drones. Is he gonna have enough to eliminate me? Yeah, that's the... Oh, good thing I have the freaking Overseer, by the way. Like, else those probably would have gotten away. So I'm gonna kill the lair. He is gonna lose these. Probably gonna chase down those as well. Now, the thing is, I could get eliminated. I don't have that many buildings left, and that is a potential problem. Let's see. I'll just chase it down with the Overseer. I mean, if he loses these roaches, that means he has less counterattack potential. Like, I know it doesn't seem like a big deal. He has freaking 2-2 on these roaches, by the way. I didn't realize these roaches were so freaking jacked, but he has 2-2 on the roaches. I was wondering, like, wait, do Mutas do that little damage to roaches? That seems kind of weird. But I guess if you have 2-2, then it makes a little sense. Now, I'm going to go across with all my Mutas here. Let's see. I feel like I should keep the Overseer at home, to be honest. I'm just gonna scout around the map a little. I think I want to just right-click the hatchery, to be honest, because I think he has too much money otherwise, right? Let's see. I can't target these spores one by one. He has a couple queens, but not an infinite amount of queens. I think it's probably too many Hydralisks here, though. Let's see. If I can get him outside of spore range, I will fight him. But that's, yeah, no, that's going to be the question. Can I get in there? Okay, he's getting a little bit too close here. I'm going to be able to get on top of the Hydras. This is my only choice. I've already killed 5 of them off. I do think he has a little too much economy for me, though, even if I manage to do it. And that's going to be a GG. And oh my goodness, what a ZVZ. Now, at least we can conclude, guys. I tried it, okay? The grand finale is coming. I gave it a shot. And we can conclude that the Corruptor build is... Please do not try it at home, okay? Corruptor's in ZVZ. I wanted to do it last time. I asked you guys to stop me. I envisioned you guys stopping me, and I stopped. But this game, this strategy was absolutely freaking hopeless. I mean, I could have done a better job at defending, for sure. I really don't think it would have mattered. I mean, look at the situation here, guys, okay? Have I lost drones yet? No, this is before I lost any drones. Look at the situation here. 79 supply against 100. Our opponent is freaking +2 away, almost about to start +2-2. He has a what's it called? Roach speed is almost finished. I guess this is after I denied his third, so that was the best move for me. But if these Corruptors were Mutas, I would have had such a better chance. I think maybe in another situation, it could be worth it to try going for this, but definitely would have to be later. For now, fantastic experiment, fantastic warm-up game. Let's go to game number 2. Right, game number 2 is going to be against Thriving GG, our second Zerg of the day. Now, this is actually a battle of, you know, the Zerg memers on the ladder, but the thing is... There you go. The thing is that in ZVZ, you could kind of see it in that last game. I guess the best way I can explain that loss is that in a mirror matchup, there's typically just very little room to do something crazy. And it just makes complete sense, right? Because you both have the same tools. So in the ZVZ, I make 6 Corruptors. I made 7. 6 or 7. I'm not sure. 6 or 7 Corruptors that didn't really do anything. That's just instead of roach upgrades and a bunch of roaches and burrow, and then I'm just dead, right? So that's why usually you have to be very careful. Like, these challenges are very hard in mirror matches. You have to be so careful about what exactly you're going to do. You know, something that can work against someone who has the same tools as you. Usually this is something that goes a bit against the meta, I suppose. Like, Let's see. What can I think of? Like, the first thing that came to mind, actually, is when you play Terran against Terran, and you do a one-base Thor all-in. And the reason why that could work is because Terrans, they typically make those kind of like... Or how, not weak. I was going to say weak, but I mean like flimsy. I guess flimsy early game units like Reapers, Hellions that are super fast, good against other early game units, but they would be really bad against Thor. So that's why a Thor build, even though it's really silly, it can work because it's like very counter meta, right? But in ZVZ, I guess we can conclude that going Corruptors is not exact. Maybe if everyone would play, what's it called? If everyone would play 2-base Mutalisk, that 2-base Corruptor could actually be sick. But otherwise, I think we're probably going to have to forget about that build. Now, I do think there might still be some opportunity to make something work. Yeah, the biggest problem is really just the freaking Roach Hammer. Like, I don't think you can play too crazy and survive the Roach Hammer at the same time. So... Another idea that just popped into my mind was, for example, going for 3-base setup, get Zergling upgrades, because Zergling with upgrades could be good against Roaches, and then make a squad of Corruptors to just bile down the 3rd hatchery or something like that, right? But even then, like, Zerglings are only going to be good early on against Roaches. When, you know, the Zerg player gets freaking 150 supply plus with Roaches, your Zerglings aren't going to do anything. So then, you know, very cool, you have Corruptors, but then it's probably too late to do anything with. Now, this is a lot of Zerglings coming my way. I want to be doing my Roach Burrow build here. I was very curious if I could beat this guy with the Roach Burrow build, because he also likes to play a little funky, and I was curious if it would work against him. Now, I'm going to be taking this gas. I'm taking it a little later than I would normally like to. I do need to make sure I keep my overlords in. Sometimes I feel like I set my overlords into like a link dropping position automatically, but you know, I don't have to do that. Like, I can just, you know, put them in a more reasonable spot. Okay, I'm gonna make a Roach Warren out here. I think I have the perfect amount of drones already. God, I really love this build, by the way. Oh yeah, guys, just saying. I've been trying to convince Rainer, you know, one of the recent world champion Zerg players, to use this build. So if you guys ever see him do it, just know that it was us, okay? We did that together, guys, 100%. Oh, wait, that was okay. For a second, I thought it was even more links, but I guess he was sending them back. Like, that is my dream, to get, like, the world champion Zerg to use it in, like, a really big match and actually win with it. I wonder if it would be possible, to be honest. I wonder if it would be possible. Now, I did have to delay my... You can tell my eco is not as good as it would normally be, because I had to delay my drones a little bit to make... What was it, like 3 extra sets of Zerglings, right? So, yeah, normally I'd be making like 10 Roaches instantly, but now I'm not gonna have that. Okay, so he's gonna go for an attack here. Let me just put the Queens on the ramp, if I still can. Oh, it's a massive Link Flood, actually. This looks like a huge all-in. Wait, this is gonna be interesting. My burrow is not going to finish in time, sadly. Oh, not for the first wave, anyway. If my burrow finish in time, that would be pretty epic. But sadly, I'm just going to have to be juking around here. Oh, I do have more Yo, this is a pretty good position here, I have to say. Like, he's not going to break this very easily at all. Let's see, do I have my +1 already? I don't have my +1 yet, unfortunately. Can I try to get the wall? I don't have the... I mean, it's a pretty good wall, but it's not quite a wall. And I'm going to try to run this one away, because I'm going to have burrow in time for this one. There we go. All of them are going to be burrowed. That's the play. And then I'm going to unburrow them. I'm going to move these over here. I feel like I should be able to out-micro this with the +1 attack. Yeah, the +1 attack is finished, exactly. I should be able to out-micro. No, I pressed the wrong button again. I hate when that happens. Okay, here we go. I guess I'll keep a couple Roaches over here and then send the rest down here. I feel like that should be reasonable. Let's see. Let me just burrow them real quick. I can probably unburrow like the high HP ones. Okay, here we go. He's not gonna... Okay, he's gonna go for the drone straight away. Gonna burrow that one once again. Oh, I do need to make... Why are they a whole position, you absolute psychopath? I don't think my opponent has any drones whatsoever, by the way. Like, I really think this is like a freaking 0 drone. Well, not literally 0, of course, but this is going to be like basically no drones. So he didn't get the burrow on that one, sadly. Let's see if I can keep a couple more drones alive. There we go. And now I'm going to have to go across with everything. Going to save that Roach as well. I mean, I do have a lot of freaking stuff. Like, he has more drones than me for sure, but I have a lot of freaking stuff. I don't have any Queens, though, but here we go. The Roach Squad. I definitely knew that this one was going to be an absolutely absurd game like this when I saw him in the loading screen, to be honest. Probably make a couple Roaches at home so I can defend against a medium amount of Zerglings, I want to say. I'm very curious to see. I would imagine that he's just going to make spine crawlers, right? Yeah, I don't think I could be healing up like these low HP ones, or I guess yellow HP is not that low, but you guys know what I mean. It would be better if they were full HP anyway. I don't quite think it's worth it to do that, though. Like, he's probably making a bunch of spines, if I had to guess. Oh, he has the spore. Okay, that's funny. He actually made a freaking spore. I can still do the burrow, I think. Let's see. I guess the queens might be killing them. No, look, that one is actually alive. That's so funny. Okay. See, I'm just going to be kiting. Like, +1 attack here is going to be so good for us. Like, really good. Even if he wants to fight there, it's not going to be that comfortable for him. There we go. Okay, we killed a lot of that. And I'm just going to have to build drones like crazy, I think. I could also go for Ravagers. Like, Ravagers wouldn't be that crazy. Let's see. Okay. He has them pretty far forward. Like, I feel like Ravagers... It's not about them being crazy, because obviously it's a good idea. But the thing is, they cost all my gas. And I can't really afford many of them. And with not many of them, I mean I can afford one, literally. Now, I could try to bile down his freaking spore as well. I would probably rather have the spine, to be honest. But I could try to bile down the spore as well. There you go, we get another one. Ravagers also have really good range, so I can attack over a slightly longer distance. Let's see. Get another bile on that. It's gonna move it now. I could probably get in this choke. Yo, this choke is kind of nuts, to be honest. Like, if he wants to fight me in here, I really don't mind. Let's see if I can snipe that queen. Barely enough. Okay. Guess I'll just try to burrow the roaches that are low HP. Or, like, slightly out of range. I mean, obviously the ones that are low HP, not the ones that are high HP. I don't think I explained that properly. I don't even remember what I wanted to explain now, because I confused myself. I feel like I could bile down the spore still, and maybe that's really not the craziest move. Well, at some point, his freaking... his lair is gonna finish, right? Make sure to unburrow that one. Okay, here we go. Gonna get a lot of damage on that. He wants to try, but he knows if he goes before the lair, that he will, you know, run into the burrow problem again. Here we go. Okay. I'm a little far forward, I have to say. Let's see if I can save all of these. Oh, that's a good move by him. Okay, I'm just waiting for the last second, and then I'm unburrowing them. Let's see if I can get some good biles. What is upgrades? He doesn't have upgrades yet. Okay, so the trade is going to be okay. I have only been making drones pretty much, so I do have to start making roaches like crazy now. Ugh, I think I might have been a little bit too greedy here, guys. Well, no, I have 5 roaches. No, it's probably okay. 5 roaches with +1. I think they should be able to do the trick. Now, I have no idea whatsoever what the situation of this game is. Like, I really do not. Like, I don't know if he has 30 drones or 18 or 25. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I genuinely have no idea. I think I'm gonna go for a lair here, so maybe I can get roach speed going. Like, if there's mutas on the way already, then we're in a pretty big problem, that's for sure. If there's no mutas, then we are probably fine. Let me just try to get enough drones to saturate this base. I feel like that's a big thing that I can do. Maybe I can trap him a little bit. Let's see. Because he's been kind of like poking in and out. Maybe I can get on top of the Zerglings. Not quite sure if this is a good idea, by the way, because he can also just run by, and then I'm not going to be... Yeah, actually, that's probably more important. He could just run by my roaches, and that would be a pretty big problem. Okay, so the lair wasn't finished yet. That is really good news for us. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for +1 armor, actually. It's a little more expensive. You see, I'm going to make a couple more drones here. Then I'm going to get +1 armor and roach speed. You know what? I think I can hit a pretty cool timing, to be honest. Like, I think if I hit roach speed and 1-1... that could be pretty cool. Now, what do I expect from my opponent here? Knowing him, I mean, is it going to be mass link drops again? I mean, that's what he really likes to do. I've also seen him play Infestors, and I've also seen him play Mutalisk. So I want to, you know, kind of skip in between those options, I suppose. I feel like he's going to make mass links first of all. And then it's probably going to be Mutas. I think that makes the most sense here. I feel like the Infestors... like, to be honest, Infestors were a really cool idea, but the problem is, ever since fungal damage was nerfed, it just doesn't really feel that great. Like, I don't know. Like, even when the fungals connect, like, you can't really... It's more about the support you have, right? And links are not good enough of a support to kill stuff that is being fungled like crazy. Oh, he doesn't see this. That's quite nice. Let's see. Okay, so there is a spire already. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do a really crazy move. I'm gonna do the move of the century, guys. You're gonna think I'm being absolutely ridiculous, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for the freaking counter spire, okay? I don't know why, but it's just calling to me for some reason. I'm gonna go for the freaking counter spy. Oh god, this is actually probably the worst idea I've had in a while. He already has 3 freaking spies, and I'm gonna try to hammer through it with my roaches, and then I'm gonna try to make corruptors. Do I need spores? No, I can make reactive spores, actually. That for sure. Like, that's not a bad idea. I can make reactive spores. And I say that because he's going to have to defend these first anyway. Okay. He does have an overseer, so I can't burrow. I do wish I had roach speed with this. I feel like roach speed would have made this a lot better. Okay, let's see what kind of damage I can do here. I definitely want to get at least a decent amount of drones. Okay, there we go. I'm going to get on top of the drones now. Well, yeah, I guess it wasn't the most damage ever done, but I definitely got a couple, and I cost him some mining time. He is now going to go to the gold base, so I guess that is good intel for us all as well. And then I guess I'll make... What is it gonna be? I don't even know. I guess I'll make like 6 corruptors or so. Now, I do still have these roaches. These are gonna be doing a decent job at killing some more drones. Oh, this is actually very nice. Look at this. Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay. He's gonna take a significant amount of damage from that. He is gonna be able to counter those. That's a little annoying. Maybe I can burrow those. I'm not quite sure if he's gonna pay attention. Okay. I don't think he has upgrades on the links, right? No, he doesn't have upgrades, so these are actually going to be pretty good. The burrow is paying off as well, big time. Okay, so let's see. He's probably going to try to go for the spore. He is going to try to target the spore, but the corruptors are going to finish. I have a roach over there. Let me run away with these. Like, the corruptors, I'm not quite sure if I have enough. That's the thing. Like, I need a decent amount of corruptors. I don't think I have enough here, and they're taking a lot of... No, one of them finished from the 3rd. I didn't see that one coming. Let's see, did I lose that one? I guess I probably did. Now, I don't have enough units. That one roach did so much freaking work for me. Like, it really did. Okay, I'm going to be able to kill a couple of these mutas. Yeah, I just don't think I have enough corruptors here, guys. Especially since a couple of them, you know, fell pretty early. Okay, this looks like a decent amount, though. Like, here, I'm going to be able to kill a couple mutas with this. The micro has been pretty good. Let's see if I can kill... Maybe if I target right, I can kill 3 here, I think. There we go. Got another 2 with those. I do need to get my freaking roach across, though. How many drones do I have left? Actually, it's more drones than I thought, to be honest. I thought I would have lost a couple more. Man, this really is the absurd ZVZ episode, isn't it? Let's see. There's a bunch of... Oh, that's too many links, actually, guys. Oh, that sucks for me. And the worst part here is, guys, that he... had that gold base back when I attacked with my roaches, so I could have also just killed the gold base, but now I'm not going to have enough stuff neither to deal with the mutas or the ground army, and that's going to be it. GG has to be called. Oh, he had so little drones too. How many drones did I kill? 15. Well, he killed 15. No, he killed them with the links early, right? How did this game even... Oh yeah, it was like the massive freaking link flood. Woo, ZVZ madness, guy. Let's see what the situation of the game was, okay? So we can kind of like judge if I need to do like much different or whatever. So here I look like I'm in a pretty fantastic position beside the gas count. Yeah, okay, here the mistake seems pretty clear, right? So the drone count is relatively even, but I was morphing Ravagers here while he was saving up his gas to go into mass mutas later. Yeah, here I actually look like I'm massively ahead. If I realized what the situation of the game was, I would have won this game for sure, I think. Because looking at this, I definitely know how to play this out. So let's go for like 2.5 minutes further and kind of look what the state of the game is. I feel like I'm still pretty correct. Like, look at the gas count here, right? Okay, admittedly, my lair is a lot later, but even that matters. Look at the gas count here. He's basically, if you include the lair, if you include the... Wait, does he have a gas already? No, he's taking that one. So the gas is relatively even when it comes to the extractors. We're probably about 500 gas down, which is 5 mutas. So I guess I probably would have been okay if I either played Hydras or if I just stopped making freaking roaches and Ravagers earlier. And probably not even the +1 armor. Yeah, I guess I just misread the game pretty badly. I mean, these CVCs are freaking crazy. I am playing a little bit insane this episode, but that's kind of what I wanted to do, but that's okay. The next game, we are definitely gonna win. Let's do it. All right, the third game is going to be a Terran player. Now, to be honest, guys, I said we were definitely gonna win. And I think I probably could if I play my absolute best cheese. But now we're kind of on a streak of doing like absolutely ridiculous stuff, you know? I'm kind of thinking we could do something equally ridiculous this game. Now, I'm going to say one thing that's actually bothering me a bit about ZVT in particular. And it's that the craziest cheeses get countered by cyclones, I think. Because cyclones are kind of... How do you explain Cyclones? I guess they're neither low pressure or high pressure, but they always put like a very medium baseline of pressure. So if you're like either too greedy or you all in too hard, they are pretty good, if that makes sense. Like, the best thing to do against Cyclones is, I think, to just play a normal game and get... Or maybe not even necessarily a normal game, but you could make a unit, for example, like the Hydra, where you're not either trying to all-in too fast or too late, or be too greedy or anything like that, right? But if I want to do something like an Ultralisk Rush or a Corruptor Rush or stuff like that, I feel like all of those things would get countered by Cyclones. Like, I have to be a little more aware of what my opponent's going to do, I suppose. Like, if he goes for Cyclones, we definitely have counters. And then if he doesn't go for Cyclones, then we can be a little crazier. And then, in fact, I guess the roles are probably reversed there. Or, well, not the roles, but the, you know, when it comes to the pressure. If the opponent's playing more normal Terran, then I would probably want to play crazy, because the middle of the road cheese is not going to cut it, right? It's pretty funny how it works, to be honest. Like, the higher you get on the ladder, the more you're going to have to think about these really deep freaking mind games. And then there's also the extra layer of mind game, because sometimes you have players that they don't give a crap about what you're doing, and they just execute their build. So that if you're going to try to mind game them, you're just going to mind game yourself. It's quite a complex game, you could say, guys. It's quite a complex game, this StarCraft. Now, let's see. I guess the first thing I just want to check for is if he has the expansion to begin with. That's already going to be quite... Well, actually, if he doesn't have it, that'd probably be pretty good for me. I want to guess this is a bit of a gamble, perhaps, but I want to guess that he does have it. It's just on the high ground, I think. And I say that because he did scout pretty early. This is going to be a reactor as well. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there we go. Good that I scouted for it, though, because now we have the information. That's always better than just guessing, I suppose. I'm still going to send a couple Zerglings across, though. I guess I will be able to see what he's going to do with that reactor. Oh, I saw his Reaper was still there. Then I'm going to pull the links back. Yeah, he's definitely expecting me to send some links to his base, so let's see. This is a tough one. I don't really want to stick around with the Overlord, because if it is Cyclones, I will lose the Overlord, and I'm already doing a not super economic build order. I do really want to know if it's freaking, you know, Cyclones or Hellions, though. Like, I want to make something with his lair, right? Like, I want to go for some kind of tech, and I don't really know what that tech is unless I see... you know, what he's actually building, right? Here we go. Let's get a surround on that. There we go. He now sees that. I guess I'll see it with the Zerglings. I'm very tempted to go for the Hydras right now. I don't think I want to go for the Link drop. Keep in mind, my opponent might even think I'm on one base, right? So that's pretty important here. Let's see how micro these. If he wants to get closer to these Zerglings, he is probably going to have a bad time. Yo, if I could get a cancel on the orbital, that would be really nice, to be honest. Let's see. Is he going to let me? Oh, he does have 4 Hellions now. Am I going to get a surround on 1? Not good enough. Okay. Ooh, I ran away just in time there. If I stayed a little longer, that would have been painful. Like, I would have taken a fat hit and lost most of these Zerglings, probably. Now, I need to make sure I stay on top of my Zergling count. I guess maybe it is going to be good to go for, like, a Hydra timing kind of thing. It's also one of my stronger cheeses. And, yeah, to be fair, I was a little afraid that I would end up playing... like a Corruptors or Ultras against like Cyclones or something like that. Right here, you can just... I'm gonna hide it behind this rock tower. There you go. Let's see what I can find. He's still making stuff from the reactor. Okay, so we are gonna be playing against Cyclones. Well, good thing, guys. Good thing for us that I decided to, you know, not go for freaking Corruptors or something. You know, this actually is really chill, actually. Look at that. It's just hard chilling there. See, now, I don't quite remember. Is the Hydra strategy extra good against Cyclones or not? In my head, the Hydra strategy should be better against Cyclones than playing normal, I think. Like, I think the Hydra is one of the only cheeses that I have where I feel like it might even be stronger against Cyclones. And I say that because Cyclones have short range now. So for them to get in range, or to attack the Hydras, they need to get in range of the Hydras at all times. Now, I am playing a little greedy. Like, I'm trying to saturate my base. Oh, wait, I did make 3 too many drones. Usually I play this build with just 3 gases. Okay, that's a little bit of an oversight by me here. I definitely should have, you know, skipped one of those gases, but that's all right. I guess maybe I can... Okay, so there's the 3rd command center. There's not that early, so that's nice to see for me. Guess I'll just put that one over here. Cyclone, or my Overseer Rider, is still getting a lot of scouting despite the Cyclones, which is really nice. I do think it is relatively smart by my opponent to play this style because he thinks I'm cheesing him really hardcore, right? Like if this was like a Nidus or something, I think his strategy would be quite smart there. Maybe that's something I could copy for my own Terran games, actually. If I see that my opponent's playing just a little insane, you know, then maybe I could go for, you know, his build, pretty much the double factory before third command center. Get this, at least I imagine it could have been blue flame, but I imagine it's a cyclone upgrade, right? Because it just makes a little more sense to me. Okay, so now he's gonna see the hydras. I guess I'm gonna go across with all of these now. I want to bring my overlords too, but it's not as important against cyclones because I don't want to drop in the main base as much as I normally would. Normally I always want to drop in the main base with this, right? But now I don't think it's as big of a deal. I'm gonna morph 6. Yeah, I'll morph 6 of these dropper lords. And now, do I have my upgrade yet? I do have both of my upgrades. Let's see. He doesn't have tanks yet. Exactly. Look at these cyclones. They melt really fast against these hydras, guys. Like, he's not gonna be able to get in range, which is super nice. He's gonna be having to make tanks here. Okay. Yeah, every time he gets in range, he's gonna take so much damage. Like, it's pretty crazy, to be honest. Yeah, he's doing his best to micro. He's doing a pretty good job so far. Okay, he has the Hellbats too. I'm not really a fan of the Hellbats, I have to say, because they're gonna suffer against the Hydras extra. Look at these Hydras against the Cyclones, guys. They are freaking machine guns. It is a really close trade, I have to say. Let's split these perfectly. Oh my god, it's really even closer than I thought it would be. And there we go. We basically traded our entire armies, which should always be good for me in this situation. But I guess we'll see. Okay, so there we go. Now I have the freaking Zerglings to show up. That tank is going to die even through potential repairs. There we go. And now he's going to have to give up this base. I still have my drops available too, in case I have to, yeah, get over the wall here pretty much. I mean, we're going to be able to kill that base, which is really nice. He could be going for a Thor, I guess. We're going to kill that now. And there we go. GG has been called. And this Hydralisk strategy, as always, very freaking brutal. I mean, we have to crown this one. We had 2 losses before. I kind of wanted to get crazy again, but then I had a feeling he was going to go Cyclone, so I went for this. I think this cheese might take the crown of our best possible Zerg cheese, at least against Terran, because... I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I've lost a single game playing this against like multiple levels of Grandmaster. Harstem's Terran, normal Grandmaster Terrans, mid Grandmaster Terrans. Like, I feel like all of them suffered really, really badly against the Hydralisk all-in. And I think this is going to be a good end here. I told you guys I was going to win. Then I doubted myself because I was feeling a little crazy. But then I did it anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. There's probably 1 or 2 more episodes to come. Those are going to be the grand finale. Make sure to check those out because they are going to be the last ones. Though I do want to say I'll probably do a follow-up Zerg series of some sort. I don't know what it's going to be yet. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.